I hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. So last time we work on the internet. Do you have any question?
It was good.
Is it good? How about
Yeah.
your exam? Doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure, okay? So what are your teacher teaching right now?
We're just learning about like data analysis.
Okay, so the information part that actually we cover already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when you need help, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now we will be moving on to the unit three to the programming part. And the programming part, you have the project. So let me actually work on it. So this is programming part. We have the so-called unit three, and unit three is algorithm and the program. Okay, right here it's actually unit three, algorithm and programming. So this one we have lecture 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 5 lecture. I'm trying to cut shorter. Okay, so let's get started with the lecture 5. That actually is MLab. So MLab is the tool that we are going to use when you do the project. Okay, so we first get in from the MLab environment. Okay, and then we go to the detailed language of JavaScript in MLab. Okay. So LLab is a tool provided by code.org, and it's based on the JavaScript, and it is useful for the project that you are going to work on. That's actually responsible for 30% of the LLab. Okay, and this one 30 to 35% in the AP exam. This one actually is the multiple choice question part, MCQ part. So coding is very important. Okay, so coding project-wise 30%, and another 30% in the 70% of the multiple choices. So totally roughly it's about 50% of the overall score is on programming. Okay, so very important. So you will like to go to the outlet like this. Okay, so to go to there, every time if you don't know how to get started, you go to the Google and then type code.org app lab, just like that, okay? You will come out with the app lab, create app with JavaScript, okay? So click on this, it will lead you to the app lab, okay? Okay, anyway, that will go to the app lab, but I already in my project, so here, okay? We'll get started from here. So that's the app lab. I think you already use it. And there's also LLab documentation. This one give you the detailed user manual if you need the user manual. So this one, if you cannot find it, you say call.org app lab and then documentation. It will lead you to the LLab documentation page. Okay, it's actually right here, this one. Okay, you click it, it will give you the documentation that you needed for every comment, such as the buttons, what is buttons, what is the set, what is button, okay, how to use button, how is the checkbox, what is drop down, what is get text, right? Each function, if you have question, here you go to get text. So they'll give you an example of how to read or write the get text function. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So this part is the documentation part. I go over this just to give you, I know you already use it, but we want to give you the idea of what is the environment. Okay, so this one is the documentation page. So to go to the code.org, you need to know about which is the website. You also need to know about what's the documentation. Now, we go into the introduction of the LLab. Okay, so basic LLab, there are some introduction. You can find it on from a web page. And then how it works is that it actually is a model view controller design. Okay, what is model view controller design? Let's look at it. So first is the view. What is the view? The view is, let's actually look at the one project. So one of the project that I did before, let's look at this blockchain. So here we talk about model view controller. So the model is the data. View is the design. So when you look at view is you click at design and then you look at different screens, screen 1, screen 2, screen 3. Okay, this different screen. These different screen are the so-called view. What you see, this one represent your outlook of your program. Okay, and then you have a button, and when you click the button, you go to the controller. So your controller is in the core. Okay, so you actually click it, and then you go to your core. So the controller is your core. So whenever you show the image to a user, and image click a button, and then the button activate the controller, and then you deliver and change the view. Okay, this portion is the window and the controller. Okay, view and the controller. And the model is from database. So when you use a database, then you will need the model, and the model is in the data here. Okay, we may talk about it, we may not talk about it, depends. Okay, so here you do have a model. So they are economy, Big Mac index. So you can import some Big Mac index numbers, geography, and then there are countries and territories. And you can preview. So it will give a data table of Afghanistan, Alabama, Algeria, American Somalia, these different countries, and then the region, and then the income level, the population, the fertility rate. So these are different tables that if you need the data, they already have the data right here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So how to combine it, you need later to use it to learn and also learn from the documentation, okay? You need to learn that. We actually may show you how to do it, okay, may. So that's the environment you need to know about. View is the window, controller is the program, is the event controller, model is your database, okay? That's just core view and the code, design, and the data. Okay, these three are the three buttons that you see from here. These three buttons is the data, is model, view, and the controller. Okay, these three are something like that. So that's the environment that you need to know. Okay, that actually is the environment, and then you will go to the design mode. So design mode is that when you click the design, you go into a design mode, okay? And then you will see something like this. And then you will start to do programming. Okay, and then whatever. And then there are data set design, and then you can go to the data library. Okay, whatever. This actually, I think we have enough introduction. Now, let's work on a project. And I'm going to go over the language. So I'm going to finish the lecture 5. I'm going to go to the lecture 6B, the data structure, maybe 6A, the program structures. Okay, let's go to the 6A. Now, we go back to the JavaScript language, okay? So let's actually create a new project, okay? And then you do new project and you go to lab. Okay, so you create a new project, and this project let's rename. So this one, let's call it Vienna 1. So it's similar to the code pen that we used before. Okay, so this is the Vienna 1. And then you do have code, you do have design, you do have data, and then like this. Okay, let's do something. Let's actually do something simple. So let's do let's do something very simple. Okay, so right here, let me see, control, no. Here, let me actually go to the, just use show text. So I'm going to do right. Let's do hello to JavaScript. Okay, do it four times and then just run it. And then this write hello something, you give you the output on your design. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This is the simplest program, even no variable, nothing. Okay, just print out your message. It's just like the so-called print function in Python. Okay, just a print string and you print to here. Okay, that's good. Now next one we will do. Let's clean it, and then now next one let's create a variable. So your variable you can have a variable A equals 3, variable B equals 4. Let's do right. A plus B. This is the simplest Python program we write. A equals 3, B equals 4, and then you write it, and then reset, and then that's wrong. And you've got a 7 there. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm teaching you from scratch. Okay, so I'm teaching you from ground zero. Okay, from ground zero. I'm sorry, this one. Okay, let me make it bigger letters. Okay, so you can see it better for the code. Okay, so you write a 7 over there. You actually write this is variable. So variable type. Now you do have variable type of. You do have a variable type of the variable A equals 3. So this one is the integer type. Variable D equals 3.4. This one is a 14-point number. So this one with fraction. You can do variable B equals 2. This one is Boolean logic. You have the variable S equal a double quote. How are you? And this one is a string. So these are four basic data type that you have. You can have a variable of the integer or D, we call it numbers, and you have a Boolean value, and you may have a string. So these are the three data type that you have: string, Boolean, and the number. A number you have two type, that is integer and the floating point. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So right here, I'm just teaching you the basic of the language. We review it because we need to do AP review, right? So that's why we are doing it right now. So you do have this different variable right here. Now this one, we will work on a program. Okay, work on a program. So now that's assume that we do have a variable y year equals 2026. Okay, you want to see if this year is a leap year or not. So you do have a function is leap year. Give me a y. Okay, and you calculate whether y is a leap year or not. So if y take modular by 400 equals 0. So now, y take modular by 400 equals 0 means what? Y take modular by 2 equals 0 means what?
Um,
Means what to
there's
y?
no
Hmm?
There's no remainder.
No remainder means what?
It's divisible by 2.
Y is divisible by 2 means Y is what? It is even number.
Yeah.
Okay, so Y divided by 2 equal per modular equal 0 is a even number. So this one divided by 400 equal 0 means it's the multiple of 400. So if it is 400, 1600, 800, this one will be divided by 400 will be equal 0. So if your year is a multiple of 400, say 2000, year 2000, is that a leap year or not? Is the year 2000 a leap year?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you return 2. Okay, now, if your year is not multiple of 400, it's multiple of 100, so the year 1900, is that a leap year or not?
No.
No, so it's a multiple, not a multiple of 400, but multiple of 100. It is not. So if y take modular by 100 equals 0, then you will return false, right? Now this one is the remaining. So right now, after this line, everything is multiple, not multiple of 400. After this line, everything is not multiple of 100. So not multiple of 400 and not multiple of 100. You check whether it's a leap year or not. You do just return. If the year is the multiple of the 4, then it's a leap year. So if it's not, then it's not leap year. So this one is the leap year calculation. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Now you finish that, then you do write. The year plus is leap year is plus is leap year of the year. Okay, so that's the function we have. And then at the same time, you can copy this, put it here, and before you do console.log. Okay, so will write the data to here, console log will console log the data to here. Okay, now you finish it, you reset it, you run. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So the year 2026 is a leap year is false. Okay, it is a leap year is false. Now let's try 2024 and then reset and then run. So 2024 is a leap year is true. Okay. So from this example, what do we learn? What do we learn? We learn how to write a function and then how to write the if statement, right? And how to return the data from the function. So here, if you call the function, where is the function code? Function code is that you call the function right here, you go to the function to run it. Okay. This one function just define a function, it will not run the function. The function will be only run if you call the function. Okay, so far?
Yeah.
Okay, now this one is a simple function and if statement and with here, okay? Let's just save this one. I'm not going to reuse this one. So I'm going to up to here, okay? The Diana one up to here. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to do my project. I'm going to do actually. Okay, let me make it smaller. So I'm going to go to LLab. I'm going to create a new project, LLab. I'm going to rename it as Vienna 2. Okay, so lesson 2 for programming. So lesson 1, we introduce a simple data type and if then else. Okay, now we continue to work on the language. So right now I'm going to teach you how to use the language in the environment. Okay, I know you already learned something, but here this one is a review. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Now this one, what we will learn is if statement. So now let's assume that we do have a variable score equals 95. We would like to see what is the grade for it. So function get grade and then use s to get grade. Okay. So this is a function. So if s greater equal to 90, you'll return a later A grade. Okay. If s greater equals 80. So right here, this one, do you need to write like s less than 90 and do you need to write it or no?
Um.
Or just this is okay?
Well, it has to be also less than 90.
Yeah, but do you need to write it or no? Do you need to write this one?
Yeah.
No, actually you don't. Why you don't? If it's actually greater equals 90, you already return. So anything after the if statement s is less than 90. Because everything greater or equal 90, you already return. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So you write it, so you write s less than 90 and or you don't write it, it's the same right here. Okay, it doesn't matter. In a way, it's the same. So you write it or you don't write it, it's the same. Okay, so this one you return B. Same thing right here, you write s greater equals 70, that would be enough. You don't need to do s less than 80. Okay. So right here, okay, another question. Do you need to put a else right here? It is necessary to put an else right here. Is that necessary or no?
Um. No.
Actually, it's also no because anything greater equal 90 already returned. You don't need to exclude them. Okay, so this else is also not needed. Okay, so these are not needed, not needed. We remove them. So return C. Okay, if s greater equals 60, you return B. Okay, anything else will return F. So this is your get grade function. Okay, so you have a score, you get grade function now. So we will write the grade for score plus score plus is plus get grade scores. So you use a score to get grade, and this whole thing we also do console log. Okay, so this solution we will also do something wrong. Same thing, you say that the grade of native file is B, and then console log also printed as a B. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
This is the project number 2. We do have an if statement, and you have a function and if statement. Okay, this is number 2. Okay, and then let's create a new project. This one we would call it the number 3. Okay. Now you have variable A equals 3, variable B equals 4, variable C equals 5, variable D equals 2. Now, how to find the maximum among these 4 numbers? How to find the maximum among these 4 numbers? A, B, C, D. How can you find the maximum for these 4 numbers? Hello, Liana, you hear me?
Yeah.
You have 4 numbers. How to find the maximum for these 4 numbers? How to write program to find the maximum number for 4 numbers? Tell me how to write a program for it. We are doing review, okay? So you need to tell me how to do it. In the exam, you also will see this kind of problem. So you need to know how to find the maximum among 4 numbers. So let's take away C and D. How to find the maximum number for A and B, 2 number.
You put A as the max first.
So put so that's so M equals A and then
you see if B is greater than the max, and if it is, then that will be the new max.
better. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first way you can do it. Any other way you can do it? Compare 2 number? You use a max that max A and B, and then you calculate it for M, and you write M as well. Okay. So this one, M, you don't clear it again. Let me see. You cannot. Okay, so you find M is maximum. Any questions so far?
No.
Now we turn on C as well. How to find the maximum among 3 numbers? Three numbers, how can you write it? You got to remember them. We actually teach you in Python. You got to remember them. How to find the maximum number for three numbers. You have A, B, C. As a student, you don't know what is A, what is B, what is C, and how can you figure out among A, B, C, which one is the largest number?
Oh. Put them in an array.
Put that in middle array, and then
like it's like the array is also a variable, but then you make another variable to and then you just use the max and then find.
that's in Python, but in JavaScript, we don't have that. So the answer is you have several ways you can do it. Number one, you can follow the same way that you do it in method number one. So let's do it in that way. You do variable m equals a. If b greater than m, then m equals b. If c greater than m equals c. So you compare one by one, and then your maximum will be in the m. For three numbers, same thing here. Okay, is okay?
Yeah.
Now, method number 4. There are another way you can do it if you use a maximum. So basically, your A find with B, you'll find a maximum among A and B, and then that maximum compared with C, you'll get a grand champion. So that you can do it in that way. So if you do it in that way, your variable m will equal to max times max of the C and the max times max of the A and B. You compare A and B first, and then compare with C. Okay, and then you write maximum of M. That's your maximum. Any questions so far?
No.
One way is you actually compare one by one. So A is the maximum, then compare with B, and then compare with the C, and then the greatest one will be M, and it's the maximum. Another way to do it is that your A compare with B, the winner compare with the C, and then you have grand champion. Now, if you have four numbers, if that's turn on D as well, then your A compare with B, and then C compare with D, and then the winner of each one compare with each other, and then you will get a champion. So this one, let's put it as method number 5. You do have M1 equals max the max of A and B. Variable M2 is the winner of the number 2. It would be the max of C and D. So you compare A and B and C and D to get an M1 and M2. Then your grand champion M should be that max of the M1 compared with M2. When there are four numbers, and then you write max plus m. You write your maximum number as your m. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, you must remember this one, okay? I'll copy the code for you. This is how to calculate the maximum. Okay, you should take note, okay? If you don't remember them, you should take note. So that's the comparison for maximum. You do need it from time to time, okay? Now let's go to Liena number 4. So let's do new project, rename, and then do Liena 4. Now, this time we are going to do swapping. So variable A equals 2, variable B equals 5. How can I swap these two numbers? So A original is 2, B original is 5, and I'm going to make A as 5, B as 2 to swap data from A to B and B to A. How can I do it? Yana, how can I swap these two numbers? You must take notes, okay? I give you the copy. That means that I give you the copy. You need to remember how to do it. So how to swap these two?
You like make a new variable.
Make a variable. Let's make a
And
variable.
And then you just put A there for now.
And then
after that you put A equals B. And then you put B equals T and P.
Okay, this one is called rotational swap, okay? Your A is 2, B is 5. Okay, let's actually redo it. So B is 5. So you create temporary value temp. You copy 2 to it. That's step number 1. Step number 2, you copy 5 to 2. So you erase this one, it becomes 5. Third step, you copy the 2 to B. So this is third step. You change this one back to 2. So it's actually 2 and 5 got swapped. Okay?
Okay.
You need to remember it, okay? So right here, let's do right, okay? A equals plus A right. B equals plus B. Okay, so after the swapping, you print them again and run. So original is 2, 5, now 5, 2. Okay, let's just swap it. Okay, this is very important. Right now, we just teach you the basic programming part. Okay. Okay, you need to take note later. Okay, now this is swapping. Okay. Now this one, let's actually go to Go to LLab. Let's create a project number 5. Now this time we want to go to calculate the sum. So our data equals it is an array. And right here you have several data. You have 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now how can I write a function to calculate the sum? Now how can I write a function to calculate the sum for this function, this data? Do you know how to calculate the sum? How to write this get sum function? When this array given to this array, how can you write the sum?
You make a variable first, like total or something. And then first you use 0, and then you like use a for loop. And you put var I equals 0. And then var I equals 0 and a semicolon, and then you put I is less than a length, and then yeah, and then after that, like you put how it's yeah, plus equals, and then after that you just return that. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
But you still need to calculate it. So let's do variable total. Okay.
Okay.
So total is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15. Okay. Now here I use var. May I use let that? May I use let instead of var?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. But what's the difference when you use var and you use let? What's the difference? They don't allow that. Okay, quota out doesn't allow that. So let's use var. Okay. So that is okay, but that actually is a local variable. It will only be available for the function. But right here we are using the quota out. Quota out doesn't allow it. Okay. Is it okay so far?
Yeah.
We try it, but it doesn't work. Okay, so this is a get sum. Okay, get sum. Now, getting the maximum again. Let's go to LLab. So this is the ENR number 6. So we do have the data of 5, 1, 4, 3, 2. Now, how can I actually write a function that would get maximum from this data? How do I do it? How can I write a function to get a maximum among these function among this array?
Math comments.
Maximum, man, you compare one or two numbers or four numbers, okay. But this array may be 20 numbers, then you are in trouble.
Var
Bar
equals data and then square bracket 0.
So m equals data bracket 0,
Yeah.
and
then a for loop. Var equals 1.
okay, and then
if the data I is greater than m, then m equals the data I, and then you return m.
okay, this is one way to write it to get maximum. Okay. So get maximum, you can assign data 0 to it, or you can assign integer min value to it, the smallest possible integer to it. Either way, you will be able to do it. Okay, you always compare your first data, or you always compare to the smallest possible integer in the language. Okay, but getting minimum, you need to set it to the maximum integer, so anyone will be smaller than it. Okay. Okay, so this one will get maximum and get minimum. There are two ways that you can do it. One is set the first data to the end. The other one is use the integer to max value or min value to it. There's no minimum integer. Let me try to find it. Okay. So JavaScript min integer min value. Oh, it's called numbers mean value. Okay, I'm sorry. So it's not integer mean value, it's numbers mean value. So go back. This one should be using numbers max value. Okay, try it again. Is that okay? So you got maximum equal 5, minimum equals 1. So here is a number, it's not integer, it's a number. Okay?
Okay.
Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So you can write a different get min, get max. Okay, there are two ways. First way is to set the data to the first number. Second way is you set to the maximum number or the minimum number. If you get minimum, you set to the maximum number. So your maximum is right here. Any number will be smaller than it. Okay. Or if you get maximum, you will use a minimum number and then everything will be above it. Okay. It's getting maximum or minimum. So finding the sum, finding the minimum and maximum, these are important things that you need to know. Okay, getting the minimum and maximum. Okay, let's go to the next one. So new project lab Vienna 7. So today we are reviewing you all of the simple language for this kind of a language. Okay. Now I want to write a program that it actually will get the rubber, paper, rock, scissors. I'm actually playing the rock, paper, scissors game, and I want to use a random number to do it. So let's do variable hands. The hands can be paper, rock, and scissors. Am I correct? I actually never write this scissors for a long time. Okay. Scissors, yes. Now, okay, I have this string. So I'm going to play for 3 times. Okay. So I'm going to play for 3 times. And then I'm going to do variable h1 equals to, I'm going to get a random hen among these 3 numbers. So I'm going to do random number for 3. Okay, so I'm going to use mass random times hence the length. This will be from 0 to 3. And this number, I got it. I will round it to an integer, so I'll use a mass.floor. Okay, so this one is actually is a index between 0, 1, 2. Okay, and then I'm going to do hence of one of these. That hen number 1 and then you will play again. The opponent will give you the hand two. So these two are playing, and then you do right. Player one plus hand one plus player two plus hand two. That's wrong. So rock versus Caesar, rock versus Caesar versus Caesar, Caesar versus Caesar. Okay, wrong again. Rock versus Caesar, paper versus paper. Okay, paper versus rock versus paper. Okay, now these are player one and two. Okay, so if H1 equals rock and the H2 equals Caesar, then you write player one wins. Okay, let's copy this one. So rock win in this situation. Second one, if you are paper, and then you will be win against a rock. Okay, and then next one, if you are Caesar, and then versus Caesar versus paper, then winners one win. So these are with three possible winner one win case. And you copy these two. Okay, and then you change H1 to H2. Because H1, that's the first three is the winner one win case. The we copy it, change the players, then that will give you the three cases that winner two will win. Okay? And anything else, okay. If none of these happen, so this one we will do this. We will do, you will win, and then you will do continue. You will no longer continue to do follow. You will actually to go to the next iteration. You will not continue to follow this iteration. Okay, let me make it consistent. Continue means that you will continue to follow, but go to the next I. Okay. Okay, so anything else is no one win. You will write where 1 and 2 are tied. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
And then we would like to have an empty line in between. So we use a right of the empty string and go. So paper versus sizer win, so player two win. Paper versus a rock versus paper win, so player two win. Sizer versus rock, so rock win, player two win. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So remember how this is done. Number one, how to randomly pick a string from the hands. This is random number generator to generate a random number to pick from the hands. Your hand one and then your hand two. So this hand one, hand two are two players' hand. And then you need to compare who wins and who lose. Okay. Let me write something, write VR. No, VR doesn't work. I want to change a line, so let's change a line. It doesn't work. Okay, anyway. So this right actually is of no use. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so this one is the Liena number 7 to write a for loop, and every time we pick a random number for the hand one, we also use a random number for hand two, and then we compare. Okay, and then we compare. Okay. Now let's go to the next one, the end about number 8. Now I have available data equals 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 7, 10, 9. Now, how could I create a new data that has only the even number from data? So give you the array. I'm going to return another array that has only the even numbers. How can I do that? You have 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 7, 10, 9. You want to find all of the even numbers. I don't want to keep the odd numbers. So this function get the data, you should return another array. That array only contain the even number of this data. How can I do it?
var evens equals square, like empty square brackets. And then you do a for loop.
Okay, I read up to here and then
and if it's like the modulus is equal to 0, then you push the data, and then you just return the evens.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's write another function called find arts. Right here, you can also, okay, I'm sorry. Let's use the same thing. You can do insert item, okay? But we can use a push, okay? Push is a JavaScript language. Insert, I think, is only for code.org, okay? Okay, so these are odd numbers. So we print out the even numbers and odd numbers, okay? So remember how we did it, okay? Now, let's go to Liena number 8, number 9. Now I do have a string that is A, B, C, D, E, and I want to have a function reverse of this string. How can I get a reverse string of A, B, C, D, E? It becomes E, B, C, D, A. How can I create a reverse string? How can I do that? Reverse of a string. So you do have A, B, C, D, E. You get an A, put it here. You get a B, put in front of it. You get a C, put in front of it. You get a D, put in front of it. You get an E, put in front of it. So now this will reverse. How can I do that?
Like var reverse equals empty quotes, like, and then like, kind of like the length I is
I increase, okay,
well,
and then
put and then plus 1 plus equals
I'm missing the R. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a reverse of the string. Remember, you don't plus equal right here. You actually put the word before it. How can I know it? You just write a diagram. You have A, B, C, D, E. Initially, you are empty, and then your A put into here. B will get put in front of here. So B in front of A. So next one, you have a BA, your C get in front of BA. Next one, you have D get in front of CBA. You keep doing that, you would have the reverse of the string. Okay, so today I'm teaching you getting the maximum, getting the minimum, getting the reverse, getting the sum for it, right? It's okay. You got to
Yeah.
rewrite this program for yourself because you need to remember them. In the exam, you will need them. Does that make sense? I'm teaching you these. These are patterns. These are algorithms. These are patterns. Is that okay? These are patterns. You need to remember the patterns. Because in a real exam, you need to answer them. They may have such program for you to look at them and maybe also debugging them. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. These are the number 9. I'm assuming about something that is suitable for you. Okay, that's not this one, linear search. Okay, so we random by 1 to 10. So it's 3, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 5, 10, 6, 4. Now, given this array, I'm going to find the index for a certain number. So let's do function search your data with a key. You want to find the index for the key the given. So for integer variable I equals 0, I less than data length, I increase. If data's I equals key, then you return I. If you cannot find it, you return -1. -1 means not found. It's okay so far. This is called linear search. You also need to remember this pattern. It's okay? So write Swiss index is plus search data for 3. Okay? And then let's copy a few times. Let's use fourth index, search for 4. Let's copy 7 for 7. Copy 12th index, searching for 12. And let's save and run. So 3's index is 0, 4's index is 9, 7th index 1, 12 index -1, 12 not found, 12 is not in there. Is okay so far?
Yeah.
This you also need to remember. This is called linear search. So what is linear search? What is linear search? So Sienna, what does the linear search really means?
Like finding a specific element in like a list or array.
Yeah, it's a 1 by 1, okay? 1 by 1. Now, next one, I don't know whether they will test you or not. Okay, they may test you, they may not test you. It's called binary search. So this one is optional. Okay, you understand it, it's okay. You don't understand it, it's also okay. This one is optional. Okay. Yes. Vienna 11 may or may not test it. Okay. So let's do variable with data equals 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Okay, so these are odd number from 1 to 19. Okay, now this is the data. We want to do binary search in this array. We want to do binary search in this array. Okay. So we want to do this. We want to do binary search. This is already solid. So they are totally 10 numbers. So first one, if I want to search 10 number, first one I'll search for the middle on the left. So 5 this side, 5 this side. So we first on the middle or the left. If the number key is less than it, I'm going to search it for the left side. If the number is greater, I will search it for the right side. If equal, I'll return the index of this one. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, and if it's actually less than 9, that's also is a 4. You less than 9, I'll search the left side. On the left side, I'll find the left side middle on the left. 4 number, I will find the middle on the left. I compare 3. 4 is bigger, so I'm just going to search the right side. Right side, I'm going to search the middle on the left is 5. I compare 5. 5 is not there. I'm going to search it for the left side, but left side has no data, so I'll return -1. No fun. Okay, this is called binary search. So let's look at binary search. So binary search give me a data and a key, okay, the array and a number you want to search. So that's created with a low number is 0, variable high number is the data, the length -1. This is the largest index. This is the smallest index. This is the largest index. Okay, now I'm going to try to use the large index and smallest value to do it. So while low less than high less than or equal to high. So when low is smaller or equal to high, we will continue. We calculate the middle value. The middle value is half of the low plus high divided by 2. So the half of the low divided by 5 divided by 2 and take the integer part. That's your index value. That is the middle on the left. So if, let's call it M, okay? M is middle index. So if data of the M is equal to key, then you return middle value. That's your index of the data. Else, if p less than data's middle value, that means your data is on the left side, on the smaller side. So your high will be equal to your middle minus 1. Else, data is on the right side. Data on the right side, your low should be equal to m plus 1. Okay, if you continue to do this and you cannot find it, you will also return minus 1. This is called binary search. Binary search is every time I find the middle value and then compare with middle value. If the value is equal to the middle value, then I return the middle value's index. If the middle value is greater than the key is on the left side, is on the smaller side, then I move my high to the smaller side. If the key is on the right side, is a bigger side, then I move my low to my bigger side. Okay, that's the binary search. So let's do right. Okay, please index is plus binary search of the data and 3. Okay, let's continue to do that. So odd number, it should always have value because the array is odd number. So that's a choice 3, 9. Let's also try 4. 4 is even number, so 4 don't have number. And then let's try 6 as well. 6 is even number, so 6 also not found. You return minus 1. So 3 is index 1, 9 is index 4, 4 and 6 are index minus 1. They are not found. Is that okay so far? This one is optional because it's a little bit harder and it's called binary search. Okay. I'm reviewing you all of the possible algorithm that in the AP exam that may test today. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Next week, we may go through the chapter 3's quiz, just like before, okay? Because we want to work on the problem one by one. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
And we'll go through the AP level problems, okay? Right now, I'm just reviewing you the general algorithms. Anything else that you want to hear, you want to learn, and I'm missing? I'm trying to come up with all possible algorithm for you, and that's about it for now. So today I do not develop any software yet. Okay, not yet. Just working on the algorithm part. Okay, algorithm part means that how to get the maximum, how to get the minimum, how to do that, so that you can work on the problems. Okay, that's the first purpose we want to do. And then we will review the unit 3 problems that possibly coming from the exam set. And then after that, I'll go back to this code.org to teach you how to write a application program. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
I cannot think about any other question. Any other algorithm I should teach you right now? Okay, let me see. Some algorithm is too hard. I don't want to say it. Any question from your school?
Not right now.
Okay, if not, then I probably will stop right here for today. Is that okay? Okay, I cannot think of any algorithm to teach you. So today we primarily review on the app lab environment. That's a simple environment. I actually do not use the button and do not use the push down menu. We haven't did it yet, okay? But I do go through every possible algorithm that you need to remember for the exam. And then this week we will go to the problem set to look at the AP CSP's problem set from Barron's book for quiz unit 3. So please work on them and return the data, okay? And I can grade on it. And then we will review it. After we review it, I'll go back to here to teach you how to develop the app, okay?
Okay.
Okay, if no question, that's it for today. Good night then. Bye-bye.